Welcome to Fouts Boxing Theory, professional striking coach for boxing and MMA. And in this video, we're going to be taking a deep dive on Jamahal Hill versus Alex Pereira because I think there's a world that Jamahal Hill wins this fight. And we got like 100 something clips maybe to look at. I don't know how many it is, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. Here's Pereira against one of the only guys to really put. Not true. We're going to take a look at another one at the end of the film study, but one of the only film southpaws for him to fight. And what I want you to pay attention to is how he's going to circle this way, drag this guy this way, and then that's going to set him up to kind of throw this kick here. Now, dare I say, Alex Pereira is not like the greatest kicker. His ability to get head kicks on people like as tall as him, not that good. But leg kicker, extraordinaire. Okay. But he's going to circle and try to make those kind of moves a little bit free. Okay. Again, circling here, trying to find a little leg kick here. Again, lead hand control, tries to kick him in the leg. And this is important because Jamahal Hill, when we take a look at him, he's going to have a very karate kind of stance. Not necessarily style, but kind of, right? Pushes him off the line with a front kick. Now, again, very, very kick heavy against Southpaws here, right? Not as, jab heavy, um, you know, leaping left hook heavy, but we're going to talk about that too. But very important, pushes him off the line. Watch him, puts his feet together, right? Pendulum walk, brings his leg to the line, front foot, brings his back foot, pendulums, gets to the line. And when he gets to the line, that kind of triggers Alex Pereira to kick him in the leg again, right? He just pushed him off the line, forced him to pendulum, made it very obvious that he was going to get to the line, kicked him in the leg. Now, this is really important. If we pay attention to his stance here, he doesn't really get back to his stance very well. Okay, and we're going to talk about how important that is as the film study goes on, and we talk about possible holes for Jamahal Hill. Now, Alex Pereira, he's a giant. He's always been the biggest guy in the ring. He's never fought anyone who's bigger than him, I don't think. Maybe one time in the UFC because he moved up, right? Um, which he still won, right? Um, but he's always the biggest guy. And a lot of times, people who learn to fight when they're the biggest guy, they don't learn how to block punches very well. They learn to kind of lean away and move. But we can see that this type of guard here, he's not doing and getting a lot of value out of his guard. And kind of chasing Alex Pereira here gets a lot of value for him, right? Not a lot of danger. Now, timeout. This guy's one of the fucking hardest punchers ever. Pound for pound, not just because of his size, but pound for pound. One of the most devastating punchers ever. You're gonna chase this guy around, and you're gonna, maybe you're gonna get hit. Maybe you're gonna, it's dangerous to chase the guy around. But as we see through the evidence here, getting control of him with a rear hand probe here, getting on the line, shifting here, Alex Pereira is not always looking to set up counters. Okay, and this is very, very, very important as we take a look as we get farther and farther into the film study. Again, when we kind of close the loop at the end, but again, once he gets on the line, kicking him in the leg, and again, look at his stance. Look at how quickly he gets back to his positioning, and again. Kicks him in the leg. He gets on the line. Very, very obvious timing. And look at what happens. Kind of chases him. Now, two things happen here. Chases him, finds a hole onto the line, is able to cross the line, throw the rear hand. But Alex Pereira is also kind of throwing a left hook, demonstrating that he's dangerous, but also that he's not going to try to block shots when he peels off the line here. And we can see that even though he threw that left hook, maybe he even got him, he's still going to be very vulnerable. Now, when we talk about that kind of stuff, and again, this film study is kind of centered around this idea. I think that if Jamahal Hill fights him orthodox, he's going to get smashed, right? I think southpaw is probably his only real shot. Not necessarily true, but gets on the line with a quick one, smashes with a two, and then pendulums forward. And sometimes you're not going to want to do this, but Pereira is really already ready with that left hook here. And this is kind of really important because as his opponent gets to the line here, boom, shoots that two. This is really important because Jamahal Hill's guard sucks. Jamahal Hill does not keep his hands up. He's another one of those guys who's probably always been the biggest guy in the ring. He's probably never fought anyone who's been bigger than him. He doesn't have to keep his hands up. At the very least, he's been the best striker, right? He's never fought a better striker. Evidence, well, he's not undefeated, is he? I don't know. I don't know that much about his record. We're going to take a look at enough of his fighting, though. Don't worry. But another, again, very, very kick heavy, doesn't reset very well. Okay. And again, when we talk about that kind of stuff, when we talk about where, again, very, very, very interesting because he gets that kick off, goes back to this position. Look at him try to control with the lead hand, right? Tries to threaten his opponent's position, puts the hand up there, but because he hasn't been throwing that as a punch, he doesn't really threaten his position. His opponent doesn't fall for it, comes into the line and smacks him, right? And again, this is off the kick, and again, it allows him to kind of chase him, right? And again, watch Pereira peeling to the back foot here. Look at where his head is over the right leg. This position is very, very, very important because, and when we talk about it later, um, Jamahal Hill is a much better kicker. Okay, I don't know about leg kicker. I don't know about MMA kicker. I don't know about but karate kicker. Okay, getting to this position and chasing here, right? This position, especially after a left hand, being in this position, I think that there's a chance that he can be chased and kicked in the face. And we're going to talk about that when we get to those kind of clips with Jamahal Hill. So stay tuned. Again, gets back to the circling feint, and again, very, very quick. Watch his opponent. He's going to be penduluming front foot, back foot, front foot, back foot, front foot, pendulums, tries to get onto the line. And look at Alex Pereira timing him, okay? Now, he doesn't just time him with one punch. This is so, so, so important because Jamahal Hill does not keep his hands up. And Jamahal Hill can be, I don't want to say easily feinted out of position. It's not easy, right? It's always dangerous, right, to meet the guy on the line. But when the guy can get on the line with two hard punches like this, boom, boom, in such quick succession, right? Obviously, he's not Sean O'Malley, but neither one of those punches are punches that you want to be taking, right? And Sean O'Malley has a lot of speed, but when he puts his punches together, the first thing that he does is always fake, right? And Alex Pereira is getting on the line with two devastating attacks, both which might have fight-ending consequences, right? Getting control of him. Now, in the scramble, this is where I think Alex Pereira is the worst. Again, after he succeeds in landing, after he succeeds in doing something, he finds himself quite often in a position where he's not ready to fight. Now, kick comes forward. Now his opponent, okay, when he kicks him, pushes him off the line, right? Now his opponent's got his feet together. He's going to try to take a step onto the line, and while Alex Pereira wasn't really ready to defend his kicks very well, he had all this extra time here, using that timing as opponents trying to get on the line to kind of step with this hook. Now this is really, really, really important again because Jamahal Hill does not really have a very good guard. He doesn't keep his hands up, and getting on the line and allowing your opponent to kind of step and throw this little hook at you, right? Again, Alex Pereira has a devastating hook. It's going to be very, very good for him. No, even if he, doesn't knock him out right away, right? It's one of those things where, eventually he got Adesanya in the fifth round after getting, basically completely outpointed in their first fight all the way up until the end because the guy only needs to touch you one time. But again, look at this position here when he starts peeling and trying to get back off the line after making a strike, trying to get back into position. He's on the back foot, he's peeling away. This is like, you know, this is the position that people wind up in on their first day at the gym when they're running away from the guy and they don't know what to do. And the guy's like, hey, come on, just come learn, you know? And he's just not getting beat up. But Alex Pereira is not getting beat up because he's the big guy in the gym, right? It's hard to chase him down and, connect the line with him because he's so tall. And he gets away with these very compromised defensive positions. Now, exposed rear lead leg here, very, very, very important when we take a look again at the Jamahal Hill clips. But again, we have so many clips. Okay. Now again, his opponent gets on the line, pendulum, tries to time him with the rear hand. Pendulums forward, tries to time him with the kick, pushes him off the line, comes forward, back foot, front foot, kicks him when he brings his front foot to the leg, to the line, kicks him in the leg. And again, so many of this stuff, right? If you're gonna just sit in front of Alex Pereira, right, and you're not gonna attack him when he exposes himself here, right? Oh, okay, nothing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna poke at you. Okay, cool. Nothing. Was he in a good position? Not necessarily. Control, poke. This is the kind of fight that Jamahal Hill loses, right? A fight where he tries to go 1-for-1 with Alex Pereira because Alex Pereira is going to find a way to damage you. He's going to find a way to hurt you. He's going to find a way, because he hits so hard. He gets so much value. Now, getting on the line, 1, 2. Okay, again, this guy does not block punches very well. Okay, his guard is very poor. And if you're going to be snapping with Alex Pereira, right, I give Jamahal Hill, at a minimum, a puncher's chance, right? Now again, is Alex Pereira's defense after getting cracked right here and leaving the line? Look at the position that he's in, right? Again, not very good, and he's not very used to fighting people who are as big as he is, right? Kick, gets to the line, kick again, right? Pushes him off the line, kick. Now again, he's not very good at defending his kicks. He's not very good defensively. But if you play this little tit for tat game with him, kicks him, gather step, puts his feet together, gets back on the line, boom, kicks him again, tries to push him off the line, kicks him again. And again, this is, I think, right here, this is one of the only ways that Jamahal Hill is going to be able to get on the line, I think, with Alex Pereira. He may be able to get on the line exploding and throwing stuff, but this is such an effective thing. And again, the shifting, right? Alex Pereira is always open over that left hand, choosing to try to stiff arm and post rather than, I'll dare say even throw a strike, right? But even blocking, forcing himself to get off the line. Again, he finds himself in this position here, I think, too often. Jamahal Hill's the kind of guy that may be able to, especially because he's tall, you know, um, find an opportunity to hit him over the top. Now, this is really, 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 really important. Okay, Jamahal Hill loves to throw um, that left kick. Okay, from the southpaw position. Okay, Alex Poatan, I don't think he's that good of a kicker. And I think that when you fight him southpaw, he throws a lot more kicks on average as an opener. Um, but he's not a boxer, but he's like a kick boxer, right? Lowercase kick, capital case boxer, kinda. But he goes in here with a jab to the body as an opener, goes down here, and look at his opponent almost kick him in the face. Now, if Alex Pereira doesn't have such a reach advantage, and he has to actually get close to this guy, pound for pound, height for height, he loses this fight. This fight's done. It's over. How many times in Alex Pereira's career has he gotten away with a move like this because he's the taller guy? And here he is again, making it all the way to a UFC title. Two of them, right? But Jamahal Hill, if he can be patient, counter the kicks, take the kicks away, because last time Pereira threw a kick, right? These clips are all sequenced throughout the fight. But last time he threw a kick, he got punched in the face. So now he needs to find a new opener, and he's going for the jab to the body. Almost got kicked in the face. Where's he gonna go next? Well, he really don't got that many, right? Jab to the body again. Now again, rear hand right here. Follow it up. Kick. Now, Jamahal Hill is not a midget, right? This is also at a bigger weight class, so like it's okay that this guy is the size that he's fighting at that weight class because again, Poatan, he must have like a really tiny wiener or something, right? No balls, because how does he make this weight, right? Anyway, being a giant, now he's super strong. He's super monkey strong, um, and cuts a lot of weight because of it. Cuts a lot of water, a lot of muscle. but but this sequence here, right? As Alex Pereira controls him, shoots that jab to the body, right? Again, this is a very, very, very bad MMA opener, right? It's very, very, very bad. And again, I think Alex Pereira is probably not used to not being able to open up and be as consistent with his jab because in the southpaw or the open stance, it's so much more difficult to land your jab as your opener. It's easier to land the hook, but it's usually blocked. So he goes to the body here, and look at him get caught. Again, a little bit of Leon Edwards right here. Left high kick, boom, and Pajea's out. Now again, Adesanya is like one of the biggest challenges this guy's had in his career, right? Obviously not in the kickboxing, but but Adesanya is not a good kicker. Okay, who does he practice kicking in the head? Right? Who? Volkanovski? That's his best training partner. The dude's 5'3". Like, so that's his his best litmus test for kicking to the head. Anyway, whole ton of host of problems with that sparring as well, but that's neither here nor there. Now, getting on the line, control, smacks him with the big hook. Now, as we take a look at this hook here, it's very, very, very important. Control, stepping with this hook here. Look at how close he is, and he still has to step with it. Very, very, very important. And look at how bad he is post punch, right? Through that hook, and this guy got to throw a bunch of shit at him, right? And again, open over that side again, always attacking with that hook, right? Never being able to block, not a lot of defense there. Not that he couldn't, but again, he's the biggest guy, always in the ring. That might not be the case against Jamahal Hill, right? That might not be, or it may not be as much or enough. Now, very interesting, right? Protected his kick this way, right? But on average, not really doing that. Check it out. Throws the kick, boom, gets the other side, goes for the side kick, boom. And then again, not a great position. Is he going to throw another side kick? Is he going to do a spinning back fist? Is he going to do a spinning back kick? Right? Is he going to do, right? Now, I'm not trying to say that Pahea is slow, okay? But he's not super quick, right? He gets to this position, even feinting here, gets control of the guy, got that little Muay Thai guard, the left hand out there, right there, and the guy just punches him right in the face, right? And this is a shot that Adesanya caught him with over and over again. Now, I know that the guy's orthodox right here. It's okay. Jamahal Hill is going to be orthodox sometimes too. I know he will be. But even off of his feint, he doesn't protect his kick very well. And I think that it's going to be extremely, extremely important that Jamahal Hill does not let Alex Pereira get planted after making a strike or an attack on the line. Now, I was really impressed with this. Boom, boom, just blasting that shot through the line, just incredibly, incredibly fast. Very, very, very dangerous guy. And at any moment, those moves can end the fight. Now, last sequence, controlling the lead hand, control, rear hand, control, high kick here. Doesn't defend the kick very well. And look at all the time that it takes him to get back into position. Now, he did finally find a rear hand to smack this guy in the head with, controlling him here. And again, getting smacked over the top in the scramble. Right? Now, Alex Pereira threw multiple devastating attacks on the line. Again, look at his shitty high kick. Again, he's not that good at kicking high. So I don't think Jamahal Hill should be worried about getting kicked in the head too much. But look at all the time that it takes for Pereira to get back into position, right? To defend his kick, right? And again, the fact that he opens up with so many kicks as he's dragging you around, um, good shot. Now, when he throws this shot real quick, when he comes forward, pendulum, boom, got him. Shifting control here, throws that shot. If he threw a left high kick here, is the move that Pereira throws right here, is that going to save him from a left high kick? No, it's not. Right. So again, if Jamahal Hill is going to be following up and chasing Pereira, um, and he's going to be able to chase him with the left high kick again from the southpaw position, especially, I think it's going to be super effective against him because he's not that fast. He's fast on the line. from 0 to 100, dude, he's fast, right? But on average, except for that first clip early where he throws the 2-3, which is pretty quick, it takes him a long time to get reset after exploding onto the line, throwing a lot of weight onto the line. Again, it's going to be extremely, extremely important for Jamahal Hill not to let Alex Pereira get planted again. Chasing him again, finding hole for that kick. Again, that's going to be another thing that may be very, very, very important. Eating that kick when Bahia leaves the line, because it's inevitable, especially after he makes a strike. If he's not going to be following up, if he's checking the line, or if you feint and push him off the line, right? Now, there's a couple of caveats. Sometimes he's not going to leave the line when you feint him, and that means that you're going to be able to hit him, right? Like Adesanya was able to drop him in their first fight. Now, gets on the line, stepping jab, right? Again, don't let him get planted. Don't let him reset. Chase him. Okay. Again, a lot of holes on on Bahia, in spite of the fact that, man, sometimes you're gonna make a mistake. Now, look at him get onto the line, get to that position, front foot, his weight gets to the line, throws the rear shot, slip, counter. This is one of those very, very dangerous things, because so much of the time Pahea is going to be moving off the line and penduluming off with that terrible, crappy shoulder roll. Like, awful. It's terrible. And then maybe that one time, instead, he's going to slip to the front foot and throw a left hook, and then he's going to knock you out. Right? Now, he threw the left hook, and the guy didn't get knocked out. And look at him shifting, and in the scramble, beat Alex Pahea up. Look at this sick ass sequence. Starts off all dope and shit, and then Pahea is just like, oh, wait, timeout, timeout. Let me get back to my. Okay, come on. What are you doing here? This is the pros, okay? We don't fight like that. Boom. Again, push him off the line. This kind of stuff is going to be very, very, very important for Jamahal Hill not to go tit for tat, not to go one punch for one punch with Pahea, because Pahea can knock you out with his hands, at any point. He can just catch you, and then it's just over. And the thing is, he's always fast, right? Now, again, if this was a left high kick, look at how effective that would be. Look at how good that would be if you could get a left high kick to his face. He's in Narnia right now, right? And then the guy falls, and Pahea lands on top of him and, does a bunch of bullshit. Stepping jab, very dangerous, doesn't defend the position very well. But the guy didn't throw any, he did throw a counter there. But without any control of Alex Pahea, without any feinting or probing, or, the guy just gets into a rhythm where he starts chucking huge amounts of weight, and he's so eager to get to that point in the fight. He's looking for it, And now he's just boom, boom, right? Just beating on the guy. But it starts at this pace, right? Oh, is he going to get me? Oh, he didn't get me. He's slowing down. He didn't chase me this time. Okay, that's a sign. Okay, let's go. Boom, boom. Smash him. Smash him, right? And he can kind of sense when you're not chasing him anymore. Now, we got a lot of Jamahal Hill clips to go over, too. Now, again, look at Jamahal Hill's lead leg, okay? This is already telling me, again, Alex Pereira, he's going to try to eat that shit up. He's going to try to kick him in the leg. It's all sticking out here. Jamahal Hill probably don't fight too many people who are going to be taking a look, uh, looking to take advantage of that, because Jamahal Hill's so big. Maybe Jamahal Hill's not that big for the division, right? But he looks pretty big to me, okay? Control, lead hand control. So, lead, kick him in the leg. Did he counter? Nope. Now, Jamahal Hill does get back to the line pretty quick, okay, and that's very, very, very important to talk about. Gets kicked in the head. Again, I don't think he's necessarily going to have to worry about this too much against Alex Pereira, but, this is not the highest head kick, and it's like almost getting Jamahal Hill too. Now, very, very, very important as we watch Jamahal Hill's weight. Front foot, as he gets to the front foot here, he's getting timed here, right? Boom, big step, kick in the head. This is the same timing that Alex Pereira likes to fight off as well, that he's constantly looking to time you, catching you, getting on the line. And kick, high kick. Jamahal Hill gets pushed off the line. pendulum, and look at him put all his speed and all his weight, front foot, pendulum, as he's in the air, he's about to land, gets feinted. Now, we saw multiple times the other guy get to the line, his weight gets to the front foot. As he gets to the front foot off a pendulum step or a pendulum walk, Alex Pereira throws a 2. Now, in this sequence, if Alex Pereira throws a 2, maybe he gets Jamahal Hill with the 2, maybe he doesn't. But if he threw 2 punches real quick right here and he went bop bop, what's the likelihood that he's getting him with the 3? Yeah, it's pretty damn fucking high, right? And all he had to do was guess, right? Maybe the 2-3 is going to be good this time. Boom, boom, right? And this is one of the biggest problems with Jamahal Hill. Again, he's a big guy, big karate guy, you know, striker, all that good stuff. Doesn't keep his hands up, doesn't defend the line very well. When he's not fighting, maybe he crossed the line very well. Maybe he blocks punches well. But getting to the line, there are a lot of holes. Okay, now control, left kick. Okay, very, very, very important because again, I think that this move is going to be the most important move for beating Alex Pereira. We're going to talk about why. We're going to talk about tons of things. But one thing we got to talk about first is how obvious Jamahal Hill makes his left high kick. Now, unfortunately, he's going to be controlling. Look at him take this big pendulum step, right? Now, the most important, he's circling, but see how he brings his weight this way? But he really crosses your line with this whole move. He makes it real obvious, real big, and he's always really trying to get real far to the outside on um, the right, to the left side of Glover Teixeira's line, right, from Glover Teixeira's point of view. But control takes a step, hides it well, controls it well, gets into the kick well. And I want to say that in spite of that, it doesn't even matter because Alex Pereira is just not even that good at attacking people who kick him and throw kicks at him, especially from the southpaw position. Now, gets to the line, control, gets to the line, control, and then he forces that beat. Glover Teixeira predicts that, still able to parry this shot and see it coming. This is important because Glover Teixeira is old as shit. Okay? And he's still seeing this very, very obvious timing from Jamahal Hill. We're going to see front, back, front, front, right? Now, it's kind of sneaky. It's still the same thing as like, exploding on your opponent. It's a little bit sneakier. It's a deeper little bit of a layer. And, if the guy, right, let's take a look at his guard, okay? Is his guard better than Alex Pereira's? Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see what his lead hand looks like. Actually, we know Alex Pereira does good lead hand control. The rear hand's not always gonna find him, but we also know Alex Pereira was kind of getting stuffed by those straight left hands from that other guy, right? Was he? Well, we're gonna see some clips of him getting smacked by some straight left hands, so don't worry. But a little bit of scramble here. Now again, is this good positioning from Jamahal Hill? Okay, control. Gets attacked. What's his reaction? Throws a rear hand, right? Misses, but he's attacking. Now, if your opponent, you get on the line with your opponent, say you control, the guy throws a 2, and then he throws a 3 here. One of the most common attacks for Alex Pereira, right? But now, we also saw Alex Pereira get caught, control, and then caught with a hook, smacked by that other guy, right? So this position here, these hooks here, these two guys, very, very, very high likelihood that this fight ends with one of these guys' hooks, right? In the scramble, in this. Now, however, I wonder if Jamahal Hill will be the guy, right, to kind of reset or to be pushed off his line and let him come forward because it's going to be a huge point of contention, right? Um, is who gets to keep attacking the line. Now, Jamahal Hill is not in the kind of shape that Alex Pereira is in. He's just not. He's in good shape. He's in fine shape. Okay, especially for the weight class, all that stuff is good, right? Pretty good, right? But he's not in the same kind of incredible shape as Adesanya, as Pereira. These guys are, ready to go 12 rounds. However many, whatever. And this is important because if Jamahal Hill slows down and Alex Pereira doesn't, that's an Alex Pereira knockout. But I think there's a high likelihood early in the fight that Jamahal Hill has the opportunity to find in the scramble when his opponent is not ready and knock him out. Now, again, we still got a buttload of clips. We have so many clips to go over. Okay, kick to the body, right? Now, again, rear kick. Okay, it throws the shot from the southpaw position, left leg. Glover Teixeira gets off the line, getting back onto the line, gets controlled, gets back to the line, controlled. Another rear kick, right? Left leg, teep to the body. Okay, Alex Pereira does not interact very well with these shots. And again, I'll be talking about and showing the evidence for that as well. Don't worry, we'll get to it. But again, with his hands down, okay, easy picking for a 2-3. Okay, gets onto the line. He's getting hit by this shot. He's not avoiding it, right? Now, comes in with his own hook, almost gets hit with the hook in spite of it, right? Very, very, very dangerous, okay? And these are not the kind of sequences that he wants to be having, I think, with um, Alex Pereira, because maybe Alex Pereira pulls that, because Alex Pereira, this is also one of his favorite sparring traps. He gets on the line with the rear hand, the guy throws a shot, he pulls straight back, the guy throws the shot, and then he comes back in with the left hand, right? But you've seen Alex Pereira do that probably 1,000 times in sparring. You know, all his sparring is public. Now, gets on the line real quick as an orthodox pop, pop. Very, very, very quick. Beat, beat. Sneaks it in. These guys have the same guard. Alex Pereira and Glover Teixeira. Right? When he's peeling off the line, it's the same. And that right hand over the top. Again, I don't think that Jamahal Hill should start the fight with Pereira in the close stance orthodox. I think that he'll get smoked by the left hook. No different than Sean Strickland. I don't think he'll be able to fuck with him at all. You know, maybe the left high kick is still good. You know, as he pushes him off the line here, left high kick, right? Left hand. Could be a left high kick after. Okay. Control, control. Now, this kind of stuff, right? Very, very similar to um, what Pereira wants, right? Now we get into another little bit of a phase with when we're talking about Jamahal Hill, but Jamahal Hill coming forward 2-1, beautiful. Did he hurt that guy? No. Control, control. A lot of repeating controls here, jab here, control, 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 and then when he gets smacked with this hook here, Alex Pereira is going to do so much more damage, right? And this is like the really interesting thing because that's what the fight is going to look like if Jamahal Hill's winning. And then all of a sudden, what? He gets smacked by a left hook from Alex Pereira, and then what? Is he hurt? Did he just lose the fight? Pushing him off the line. Now, he feints him here, pushes him off the line, and again, look at Jamahal Hill's hands, right? This is still so early in the fight. Glover Teixeira gets on the line, telegraphs this completely, and just throws a right hand right after the same obvious ass feint, and just smacks him. Again, I don't think Jamahal Hill's defense, his gas tank, all that stuff is very good. But as we get back to the Santos fight, we're going to take a look at a bunch of clips and we're going to go kind of waffle back and forth, penduluming on the line, controlling. Remember when he did that one to the Glover Teixeira and he crossed the line and he kind of controlled and then walked to the right side of the line, right? And he's kind of doing that same thing to walk him into this kick. Now, this kick here, right? I think this is a better kick than any kick than Adesanya threw at him, right? More power. It's not as fast as the Adesanya kicks. Adesanya's like, steal that point, whip that shit in, get off the line. You know, he's trying to get out of there. But this left high kick here, right? Head level, all that good stuff. I think that there's, you know, room for improvement. But I think Jamahal Hill throws a better left high kick than Adesanya. And I think that this is going to be one of the and most importantly, he throws it. He likes to throw that shot. Now, this is a little bit of evidence that he will at least attack someone who throws a leg kick at him. Okay, and again, I think that this is going to be one of the most common openers in the fight, as Pereira looks to smack him and destroy his legs while he's in that karate style. He's gonna have to attack him while he's in the scramble, right? Chase him, throw a high kick, put some pressure on him, not allow him to throw all those kicks. Now, not bad. He's getting under the front foot. Watch his feet together, right? Pendulum walking, back foot, front foot, boom. Gets attacked when he gets there, very karate style, is able to explode off the line. This is a good sign for him. Pendulums off the line, gets to the front foot, gets attacked again with the kick, okay, pushed off the line, gets to the line again, gets kicked again, okay, and this is very Pahea-like, right? Then look at, again, when he takes a step on the line, pendulum walk, back leg, front leg. This is, again, one of those things that Alex Pereira did. Push him off the line, push him off the line. He makes a very, very obvious step on the line into range, and the guy throws a big left hook on the inside. This is exactly what the fight looks like if Alex Pereira is winning. Okay? And if Alex Pereira is winning the fight, you know, this is good for him, right? This is a good sequence knockout. If Jamahal Hill is winning and he's putting pressure on Alex Pereira and he's jabbing, he's got him controlled, and then all of a sudden Alex Pereira explodes into that left hook, and we're gonna take a look at that left hook, man. He got a mean one. We're gonna take a look at the Adesanya ones. He wins that fight too, right? So where is it? What part of the fight is it that Jamahal Hill is gonna win, right? Again, it's positions like this. Following up, he's going to have to find a way to lose a sequence or make a connection with Alex Pereira, and then Alex Pereira is going to peel this way, and he's got to chase him and Leon Edwards the shit out of him, right? Make him think that Kamaru Usman is trying to walk him into something. But the amazing thing about this clip, Jamahal Hill is just walking around. He's not doing shit. There's a lot of time where Jamahal Hill is going to follow the Alex Pereira and not get any feints, not get any probes off. He's not going to have a guard up. He's not going to. There's just so many things, that it feels like Jamahal Hill does wrong, that somebody like Alex Pereira, who's, looking to get all the value, he's looking to, good kick, very, very good kick, strong evidence that he can throw that and protect it and do a good job. Now, jab. Look at that big, big, big crossing the line. He's like, what do you think about that? Nothing? Okay, cool. Let's try that again. Boom, boom. And crosses his line and throws that kick. But at the root of it, look at how far he's penduluming. Now, I want to say when he gets there, right? Alex Pereira is waiting for him, that guy to pendulum step. Here he goes. And he's throwing a kick. Sometimes Alex Pereira is meeting you here with the 2-3. Even though you're throwing this kick, if you make it this obvious, you're going to get punched in the face, and this is a very, very dangerous thing. Maybe kicked in the face by Alex Pereira, right? Now, this is one of those things that as a bigger guy, stronger guy, better striker, faster, sharper, all that stuff, more fit, especially bigger, you get away with more often against littler guys. They can't interact with your pendulum step as often, and you get kind of some free value, okay? Now, showing that he can throw that kick low and that he can throw that kick high. Okay. Now again, pretty close, right? I think that him being able to kick Alex Pereira in the face is very, 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 close. However, he is going to have to feint and probe and control and make Pereira pendulum um, and move off the line. Now, very, very, very interesting sequence. Control gets to the lead hand control. Feints. He's moving into a spinning back kick, but it's a rear hand. He's trying to do a spinning back fist, right? Right? Oh my goodness, these angles, right? But he almost kicks him in the face, right? Kind of kicks him in the head a little bit, right? Now, in the scramble, very, very, very important, comes in with the overhand. This is so important that Jamahal Hill is able to connect something off of these kicks or these scrambles or these, and it sucks because he's still Very, very, very bad sequence for Jamahal Hill, right? Now he's winning this fight. He's doing all this great stuff. Makes this big springing, leaping shot that's terrible. Could get knocked out. But even the pacing and the rhythm there, right? The time that he spends on the line striking with Santos is not good for fighting someone like Pereira. Now, as as Santos gets on the line, he's going to try to kick with the rear leg teep thing, right? Jamahal Hill throwing an excellent hook here, attacking that kick. Again, it's going to be very, 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 very important that Jamahal Hill attacks the kicks of Pereira. And if he does, and after he gets to this position, he can follow up and, get some value and knock Pereira out because he's maybe big enough to do it. He could win the fight, and the fact that he is a striker, he does hit pretty hard. Decent, right? Gets on the line with that hook. 3-2. Again, Alex Pereira is in definite danger because he doesn't really guard the line and block punches here. Doesn't really have a lot of head movement. His head does move, but it's not like it's this consummate head movement. Boom, boom, slip, slip, roll, duck, this. No, his head moves one time, right? Now, knee, giant kick, whatever, boom, right hand, excellent shot over the top. Where's the scramble? Follow up. Notice he still got hit here, but the scramble here, this is the kind of stuff that's good, but one snap away, gets hit, right? Gets hit. This is all stuff that's very possible in the fight with Bahia, but this is what favors Bahia, the big scrambles where he's actually punching, and if there's all those scrambles in this fight with Santos that Santos doesn't do anything, but the few that he does represent, so much danger for him that if he winds up in similar positions with Bahia, right, and Pahea's actually throwing punches with him, which who knows when he'll take or have the courage to do it, right? Sometimes he's just going to explode in them and defend his line and, hope for the best. And like Jamahal Hill hits you clean, he doesn't always knock you out, not saying you want to trade punches with Jamahal Hill ever, right? But you never want to trade punches with Pereira either. Kicks him in the body, move off the line, walk him around. Again, this is one of the things that Pereira is trying to do as well. Shuffle, kick him in the leg, right? Kick him in the leg, disrupt him a little bit. Now, again, this is very, very, very Pereira-like as well. Okay? And this is one of those things, again, in the scramble, in the post-fight thing, get a couple of shots off, right? But there's going to be this dangerous point, right, where the guy gets planted. And again, once he gets planted, right, to Santos here, trying to get planted and take him down, right, instead of get planted and throw punches. But it's going to be up to Jamahal Hill to figure out where that balance is, right? Not jumping onto Pereira's line when Pereira's ready to attack, or ready to defend his own line after making an attack. But finding those little holes, capitalizing in them, and then, getting off the line before he gets smacked, before he lets Alex Pereira really hit him. Now, he's going to throw a jab here, jab. Look at the guard of um, Hill. Again, is he susceptible to a 1-2? Definitely, right? Throw a quick 1-2 at him. If you're tall and big like Pereira, like Jamahal Hill, you're going to get him. But also, if he tries to parry the jab and he's just pulling straight back like that, okay, you just come in, down, boom, up with the hook. Right, and the guy's not going to be able to catch it. He doesn't really have a guard. He's not respecting the feints. He doesn't respect a lot of the feints. He doesn't expect to get hit, I guess, and it's, really, really, really interesting. Now, gets to the front foot, throws the rear hand. It gets blocked. No big deal. Excellent shot from um, Hill. I think that that's going to be an important shot for him, especially if he's looking to interact with the leg kicks, okay, um, from Bahia. Even if it didn't land here, I think it'll have a higher chance of actually landing on Pereira on average. But again, kicked him in the goddamn head. Okay. Okay. Rear hand pushes him off to the back foot. Okay. And again, gives him a very similar thing here. Rear hand probe pushes him to the off the line. Head kick. Okay. Small, simple sequences like this, I think, are going to be very, very, very effective for him, especially because we know when we take a look at those, again, rear hand probe, again, orthodox, he'll have some success, right? Again, just closes his hand, right? Not like a super hard shot, like it is, right? But it's not like he's like, this is his Hail Mary. He's just trying to sneak it in a little bit. No big deal. He will have success landing this shot against Pereira. However, I do think that his lack of a guard and fighting in the close stance will allow Pereira to box more with him. And he's on average, I think, a better boxer. I think that he'll be able to strike better on better beats, on better rhythm. Jamahal Hill's still, I think, more explosive and fast with like 3 and 4 punch combinations. But I think in the 2 punch combination zone, um, Pereira is just too dangerous. And I think that the boxing will take place a lot of time in that space. And again, in these positions here, without the good guard, right? He hit a jab, okay, steps into a shot. Look at Jamahal Hill's crazy reaction too. He got hit. But Alex Pereira is going to hit him from similar distances, and we're going to take a look at those things. 2 to the body, 3 to the head. Again, Alex Pereira throws a better 2-3 as well. Boom, pushes him off the line. Bad guard, right? But Alex Pereira is not really that guy who's like chasing you down, right? He's going to kick you when you get on the line with him. He's going to punch you when you get on the line with him, but it's going to be when you get on the line with him. He's not going to be chasing you, and but if you get your back on the cage, he will stalk you and put you there, hold you there, beat you up there. Now, a lot of repetitious work here from Hill. Bad guard. Finally throws a rear hand shot. Again, I really like the shift into this shot here. I think it'll be really effective against um, Pereira. And then also, if he follows it up sometimes with the left kick, or if he wants to throw the right kick at the left leg, right? But he could be just kicking him in the face with the left leg as well. Now, going tit for tat with Glover Teixeira, shoots the 1. Glover's just expecting it to be the jab. He shoots and sneaks the 2 in there. Sneaky, gets on the line, throws that shot much faster and a much better rhythm, sneaks it in, doesn't knock him out, still gets hit by Glover Teixeira's shot. No big deal. Good shot though. All right. Gets on the line, throws the 1. And again, very, very obvious timing from Jamahal Hill, like I talked about earlier, that kind of karate timing. Glover Teixeira kind of picking it off and throwing the right hand over the top. Jamahal Hill gets to the line, again, very obvious timing. Gets feinted. Glover Teixeira moves in to attack him, pulls, gets back on the line with the 2. Beautiful shot. Now, early in the fight, this kind of karate timing as he's trying to get on the line. Look at him in this gather step here, right? What is it called? Rhythm step. Rhythm step. Down, gets on the line. Very obvious timing. Tells Glover Teixeira that he's going to throw, but he throws a 1-2 instead of just a 1. Off the line, he's in the same position here, getting on the line. Very obvious timing. Slips it. And again, Pereira is actually better at this shot than Teixeira, right? Now, they both know this is what's going on. They both know. So now he gets on the line. So, off the line. Beautiful shot. This is not easy to do, right? But this is the kind of game that he needs to play with Pereira. Now look at him. Following up. Following up. Right? Some beautiful, beautiful shots. Beautiful follow-ups. Every single time that Hill walks him into something, right? Except for these. Good control. Push him off the line. Excellent. Gets on the line with him again. Push him off the line. Kick him in the body again. Front foot. Back foot. Gets on the line. Feints him. Front foot. Glover Teixeira's back foot. Front foot. Gets attacked. Push him off the line again. these things here, right? If he does these to Pereira, again, I think Pereira's on average sucks at defending them. They also set up these things because, is it going to be that left kick? Is it going to be, does he have to protect his leg? Now he moves into a punch instead. Good active guard. However, if this winds up being a trap, right? If Pereira can slip this and throw a shot, or if he can block it, or if he can, you know, stupid as it sounds, eat this shot and counter him with a left hook. Is this a great position? Does he defend this punch very well? Right? Because his guard being crappy works both ways, right? It's bad when he punches, but it's also bad when his opponent is punching, right? Now, Glover Teixeira gets on the front foot, very obvious timing, slip here, left hook here, right? Very, very bad guard from um, Hill, but look at Hill reset and throw this high kick. Now, in the scramble, right? 2-3, boom, boom, right? Control, a little bit of scramble. Look at how he reaches for the line here. This is not a good position. If Jamahal Hill was in position already, expecting to get to the outside of this shot as his opponent peels to the right leg, he could be kicking him in the face already. This could be already happening, right? But he has to reset and then bounce and then throw it. But there's space here to make this better and this kind of stuff where, again, Alex Pereira is going to have a very, very similar set of flaws. Okay, not exact. Pull, two, excellent. Boom, pretty cool. Not bad, not bad. I don't like pulling straight back. If you get feinted here and you move straight in and now you come straight in, the guy throws a two, you're done, right? Now, pull counters are always dangerous, okay? But I do just want to point out, decent, right? Sometimes maybe he'll be able to get the hook, right? We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at some stuff here. Control, control, stepping jab, control. A lot of very, very similar moves here in a row from Jamahal Hill, right? Cause him, again, if he has too many stretches in the fight where he's standing in front of the guy and all the guy needs to do is time him and slip him and get to the front foot and throw a shot, there's just an inevitability about fighting someone who can hit you one time and knock you out. And I think that Jamahal Hill, if he lets the fight go long, or has a shitty strategy where he's the guy that's always trying to put pressure, right? But here's the thing: Alex Pereira is also the guy that's gonna walk you around. He's gonna drag you around, and because he has the reach advantage, he gets to choose to do that. So he'll stay on the outside, kick you in the leg until you chase him, right? But he's going to throw those kicks, and if you don't enter his line when he throws the kicks, uh, he'll just stay on the outside and pick you off until you're like a wounded deer against the cage, and then he's going to beat and batter and destroy you. So, chasing him, bouncing, giving him some couple angles, right? Gets back into that very obvious timing. Head kick. Excellent, right? Again, Alex Pereira doesn't counter a lot of kicks. Shift, okay? A very, very, very important move. Gets to this position. Shifts with a feint here. Boom. Rear hand over the top. Again, I think that there is an opportunity here for Jamahal Hill to shock the world, you know? Let Pereira know that, hey, you're not big enough for this division. No, I'm just kidding. You're not good enough to really be champion. Let him know that you know, he did get kind of walked through the UFC. Now, what's the likelihood that that's going to happen? I don't know, man. He's pretty dangerous, right? But keeping his hands down, these kinds of games, this kind of defense, that kind of defense that only works when you're the tall guy, you know, he's not the tall guy anymore, and that means that he's going to have to cover some ground and bridge the gap. He's still very dangerous, still got good control of the line, still hard to fight, little leaping hook and 3-2 there. This pace, though, not super crazy, not super hard for Alex Pereira. Good kicks, right? Now, this here is a very, very, very important idea here, okay? Control, kick. When he comes down, he's ready to launch into this right hook, okay? We didn't get to see a lot of this, okay? And it's very, very, very important because if Jamahal Hill gets to go first with his left kick versus what I think is going to be Pereira's, left and right kicks. Right, he's going to be attacking the leg and attacking the body with both legs. Um, but uh, Jamahal Hill, if he can defend his kick with these kinds of hooks here, when Pereira eventually has to start interacting with them, it may put him at a significant advantage because Pereira doesn't really always protect his kicks, right? If you give him some extra beats, maybe he can find them, right? Against maybe a worse fighter, maybe he can get it done. Again, following him around, head kick. Again, if the guy's just taking a walk, this move here is going to be so valuable for Jamahal Hill. Now, again, Alex Pereira only has to be right once. Glover Teixeira has been right a ton of times in this fight. He has been, you know, doing some work against Jamahal Hill. So this is going to be a tough fight, I do think. Slipping, catching him with another shot here. Again, that kind of game in front of um, Alex Pereira is going to be very dangerous. Now, Alex Pereira does not defend his kicks very well against the southpaws. Left kick, does he defend it? Alex Pereira kind of tries to check it or bring his leg up or whatever, but it's not like a good defense. That was not like good by any stretch of the means. Now he's going to throw the kick again, whip it, fall off balance, control the line with the left hand, right? Okay, very, very, very important. But was that a strike? Was that a? I believe that he might be able to kick, falls off balance, and again, look at him kind of pendulum into that back into that stance, whoop, and then hook, right? Keeps that left leg kind of off the ground a little bit. Gets kicked in the leg with the left leg. Does he counter? Does he this? Does he A, B, C? Nope, he doesn't. Just kind of lets it happen. Feint, kick, low. Now, look at how far away Pereira is, right? Adesanya was just in range to kick him, and Pereira moved this far away. Okay? Alex Pereira just has no inclination to try to counter any kicks. Okay? Body shot, kick, and what does he do? He's on the line here. Boom. Pendulum's off the line, brings his legs together. Is he trying to counter that kick? Is he trying to get it closer? Is he trying to? Is he trying to? No. Not trying to do anything. Little question mark style kick here. Gets to the line. Boom. Tries to check, right? Tries to get his knee to the line. It's a kick to the head. Is he blocking a head kick very well? Right? Is this a good guard? Well, again, Adesanya is not a good head kicker. He's not very good at kicking this high, right? You can see that his structure's not that good. He's not getting all his weight up. He has to kind of crouch to get his leg that high. There's just a few technical things. And again, he's just not used to kicking someone in the head who's taller than him, right? Now, a little bit of orthodox Issy here. Control, feint, pushes him, feint him, right? Now, this is not a bad position to be in here if Adesanya could fight off of this feint, right? Because we know that Pereira's not really countering those, right? Walks off the line, gets back southpaw, feint, good control, feint, pushes him off the line. How many of the times did he feint there? Did Pereira show him something that he was going to try to interact with them, with those kicks? Again, the kicks, I think, are going to be the secret to really beating Pereira. But Pereira, even though I'm talking a little bit of shit, right? He's still a decent kicker. Fighting him at kicking range, very dangerous. Adesanya finally finds a leg kick, feints it like a million times, kicks him in the leg, doesn't have to pay for it at all. And again, Pereira in kind of Narnia. Kicks him in the leg. And again, just not the best kick. Can't really get it to the guy's head. Can't really do it. Doesn't have to pay for the kick. Control, kicks him in the leg. Doesn't have to pay for the kick. No counters. Again, I think this is just one of those places that Jamahal Hill has the best opportunity to really win the fight, to score some points, to keep control of Pereira, and consistently not get countered that much kind of stuff. controlling the lead hand, moves into another kick, and again, Adesanya is not that good at kicking someone in the head who's as tall as Pereira because, this block winds up being like okay, right? It winds up being okay for the kick that's coming, but when the snap comes, you see how far low his hands come, right? If Jamahal Hill can get that kick over the guard, the very poor guard of Alex Pereira, right? Because Alex Pereira's hands are forward, he's going to try to pull himself back away from these kicks. Again, Jamahal Hill can just keep checking the line and just keep throwing that shot. Feint, kick, and then again, doesn't defend, doesn't get back into position very well. After throwing his own kick, misses, falls off balance. Look at how long it takes him to reset. Lead hand control is bullshit. He's not in position to strike. He doesn't get planted. Still not, like, kind of a double whammy, right? Not only is he not defending his own kick very well, but he doesn't attack opposing kicks very well either, right? That kick came, and what does he do? He runs, in spite of the fact that he's the bully on the schoolyard, right? He's so eager to get off the line and get away. Now, very, very basic lead hand control, moves into a leg kick here. Look at how close he is to him, right? Finally, some activity when they're so close, still nothing, right? And then moving off the line. Again, still so close and still not paying for the left inside kick. Now, that's obviously an extreme, and don't do that, Jamahal Hill. Don't throw that kick. Get off the line. Get out of there. Move. Don't do that. But that's how extreme it is. The lack of the ability of Pereira to kind of interact with that shot. Now, getting control of Alex Pereira, feinting him, controlling him. If he doesn't move off the line, his defense is not very good. He gets feinted here. Look at his guard. He kind of pulls straight back. That left hand is not blocking. It's not up. It's not this. It's not that. And his defense is not good enough to get into a position to defend this shot, to move his head, to this or that. And he kind of eats that shot and, almost loses the fight. Okay, he's lucky that that was at the end of the round, you know. Now, following him around, controlling the lead hand again. And again, doesn't take that much work here to kind of occupy Pereira, right? Excellent shot, rear hand shot from Adesanya. Catches him with an excellent shot as he gets to the line. But not a lot of work with those lead hand controls, huh? 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 Not a lot of attacks in the open stance from Pereira if he's looking for kicks and his lead hand is being controlled, right? Is he going to go for a kick at this range while he's touching lead hands? Maybe. Maybe he doesn't want to get punched in the face for that. Again, not that difficult to catch him. Left kick. Did he counter it? Nope. Lets him reset. And then moves. Penduluming. High kick. Again. Adesanya is not even good at this kick. Is that even high enough to kick him in the face? I mean, probably barely. But so many of those kicks as openers there are good. Now, if you're going to stand in front of the guy and do nothing, and you're not going to have a good guard, right? Because Adesanya is not, his hand is not in the way of Pereira's shot. And Pereira's just like, okay, explode. 0 to 100. Here we go. Boom. Fight changing kind of punch. Look at Adesanya move his head. He's like, damn, that was a good one, right? Getting super close, controlling, smack. Again, these repetitive type of guards that Jamahal Hill has, if he winds up in positions where he's doing that, where he's either coming forward or defending himself, he doesn't have a very robust amount of moves in his active guard. Eventually, he's just going to get smacked by a hard shot, right? Now, again, he gets in this position and gets cracked by a huge shot. Okay, and again, his guard was up. Boom. A huge shot he just doesn't even see, right? A little bit of rear hand feint, bop, rips that shot. Okay, and he cracks Adesanya with such an excellent shot. I think that shot is going to also be available to him when the guard is not up from And again, terrible guard. Again, this is how he looks to block this. It's not high enough. He's not on the right side of the line. This is just the biggest hole I think that Jamahal Hill and his skill set has to offer. Now, gets on the line 1, pendulum, 2. Good guard, bad guard? Well, let's see. Okay, got him that time. He did literally the same shit twice in a row. Okay, now I don't think fighting Fahea orthodox is the right answer. Um, but maybe early jumping on his line with 1-2s like that, maybe it's good enough. Orthodox kicks him in the leg, tries to come forward, right? Turns southpaw, boom, turns southpaw, gets to the front foot, kicks him in the body. Now, when he kicks him here, I think he actually hurts him. I think he actually hurt Pahea because Pahea's arm kind of ducks down a little bit here, kicked him right in the liver. Um, Question mark kick tries to kick him in the head again. I don't think that Adesanya is that good with this move. I know he's kicked a dude or two in the face with this move, and like it doesn't always take that much to kick a guy in the face, but he's able to throw this left kick at him with impunity. Almost every single time that he threw it, it went completely unchecked throughout the entire fight, allowing him to throw the rear hand shots too, shifting. And again, the shifting stuff I think is very, very, very effective, especially because it changes the kind of angles that Pahea is looking to fight from. And if you look at his defense here, look at his left hand out, punched in the face. Okay? Look at his left hand out, punched in the face. Okay, his defense is really bad. He's not very good at fighting people who are tall, which is why Adesanya, you know, has wins over him. A win. How many wins does he have? Is it 2 now? I don't know. 1. I think it is 1. Now, doing a decent job here. Control, feint, kicks him in the leg, punches him in the face. This is one of the most innocuous and possibly most important sequences in the fight because Jamahal Hill doesn't want to be blasting leg kicks and body kicks with the left leg all fight long and then get his leg checked, get it eaten up, get it elbowed, get it, chewed up, get it this. He doesn't want Pahea running off the line. But if he can take one of these kicks here, boom, get him to check it, and find an opportunity to step into one of these punches, like I kind of theorized that he can throw that kick and then step into that right hook. He may also be able to find an opportunity to create a hole in Pahea's very poor guard, where he can still use his right hook to attack over that lazy, I don't want to say lazy, but that improperly placed lead left hand from Pahea, and find a meaningful connection with the right leg or the left leg if he wants, and then move into a hook, move into a punch, find an opportunity to get some value out of a sequence like that. Um, because if he doesn't, eventually what's going to happen is he's going to find himself in a position where he gets hit with a shot. Oh, that's a good one. Hey, that was nice. Okay, well, what's going on? We're going to be in the scramble. I'm not really fighting back. I'm tired. I'm this. Whack. And you get smacked, and he hits you, right? Jamahal Hill gets hit on maybe, on average, a few times less per round, but the shots are just better. They're just better until you get a little bit tired. The sequences become so repetitive, and you got to move away and move, and the jab comes, and the pendulums, and then you think it's going to be a jab, and then all of a sudden it's this big, giant, huge left hook, and you're on skates. And there's an inevitability, I think, where if Jamahal Hill, because of his style, because of all the patterns that he's good at, that once he starts settling in or he gets slow or he tries to sneak up and he stops using his tricks and he stops because he thinks he's the guy. He thinks he's the dangerous one. He'll do some stuff where he slows down. He's like, this guy's easy. And the exact same thing is gonna happen to him, where he thinks he's the dangerous guy and this and that. And what's this? And he thinks he's the dangerous guy, and he's gonna get hit with a shot like this. And oh, I think that I think that if Jamahal Hill can play his games and he can keep moving and keep Pereira moving and keep Pereira chasing him and keep Pereira, you know, not planted, right? After Pereira throws a good sequence, right? Throws a good shot. Don't let him get planted. Don't let him pick him off. Don't let him just jab and pull. And then right hand and then kind of pull. And then just throw little pecking shots because the pecking shots that he throws are such bombs. So Jamahal Hill, this is a winnable fight for you. But you're going to have to be on your P's and Q's the whole fight. You're going to have to put on a masterpiece, I think. And if you put on a masterpiece, if you do it right, it should also put you in a position to stop Pereira, right? Now, whether you see that you're in a position to stop him and put some sequences together on your way to putting on that masterpiece or not, will depend on your experience level. I think that there were multiple times in this fight where Pereira might have been ready to go, and Adesanya was like, okay, well, this guy's big, this guy's dangerous, this guy's, I fought this guy before, I'm not going to be, and he missed his opportunity. He let Pereira off the hook, and he lost this first fight. Imagine who Alex Pereira would have been if he lost this fight. He got stone cold stunned in the first round. Bop, boom, big punches. Then he gets kicked in the liver. He got smacked ton of rear hand punches. If Adesanya could actually kick Pereira in the face, if he could actually kick that high, how different is this fight? Who the fuck is that guy? Alex Pereira is a nobody if he loses this fight. Alex Pereira is another lesson in fast tracking people to UFC titles. But no, he wins the fight. Then he goes on and gets knocked out, gets another fight, another title fight at another weight division. Anyway, the margins, right? The margins are so small. The margins are small. Jamahal Hill, you got to you got to take advantage of those small margins, um, and make sure that you get the value, get the knockout, or you don't fight a stupid fight in round 4 and 5. Okay. But my official pick for this fight is Alex Pereira by KO. Um, I do think that with a good game plan and discipline, Jamahal Hill has the skills and talent to win this fight if he fights at a perfect fight. But I think Alex Pereira could fight. He could fight with COVID. He could fight with staph. He could fight with a broken right hand. There's so many things that he could fight with, and still come out on top, and still wound up finding an opportunity to take advantage of one of the many, many holes and many flaws um, in Jamahal Hill and get a KO, and yeah. Anyway, I'm super excited. Gonna watch the fight. Um, yeah, if this video gets 500 likes, I'll do uh who is who's that one guy fighting? No, Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje. I did some film on that, and if you guys want to see it, you guys want to check it out, give this video a like, and maybe if it gets enough likes before the fight, I'll do a pre-fight breakdown for who my pick is for that. Um, some pretty interesting stuff. I'm excited to see that fight too, and then also super excited to see uh, who's the other one? Who's the other one? Oh man, I did a bunch of film on him too. Anyway, who cares? Whatever. Uh, anyway, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, if you guys want to learn, also, I know I saved this for the very, very, very end. Fouts boxing combat system. If you guys want to learn how to punch like Alex Pereira or better, check out the Fouts Boxing Combat System. You're gonna have to train. You're gonna have to work hard, but I'll teach you everything you need to know about striking, about positioning, about what to do with every part of your body, so you get the most amount of weight, the most amount of power, the most amount of, um, everything that everyone pretends that they know that they're talking about when they talk about power punching. I'll teach you how it really works. Okay. Um, yeah. So check it out, Fouts Boxing Combat System, in the description below. And yeah, thanks, guys.